Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone, and we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Dobbins running out of the gun.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down, Philadelphia.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality and pound the rock.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
2nd and 11 now. On play action, it's Rodgers. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Rodgers going to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second down at 5. On play action, it's Wentz. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wentz. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And again, it's Rodgers. And Shark calls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the Eagles' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Bunker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wentz to throw. And this one complete. It's Fehoko. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Wentz. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Rodgers. That's caught by Howard. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Bud Dupree gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 31, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 75 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to air one out. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw is taken in by Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back, and they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Dobbins. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Good work, boys. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
Look, I played the game, I missed the shot, I had the answer, then forgot. I knew one day my hot finesse.